Hello and welcome to Lobajit Gaming and welcome to another first Descendant video. So we have the patch live now 1.3.19 with the changes they mentioned in the dev note from yesterday's video. Changes to Dia, Gley, weapons and a lot of bug fixes. So let's start first with Dia. So with Dia what they've done is they've increased the range, they've increased the duration, they've just made her skills a little more easier to use. So first up, they increased the range of Glacial Clash and Glacial Breakthrough. So Glacial Clash and Glacial Breakthrough, they say here, has been increased to 3 into 2.5 meter. However, what I'm seeing in the game is 6 into 5 meters. So it seems double what they say in the patch notes. Same for the Glacial Breakthrough. They say 3 into 2 meters, but I see 6 into 4 meters over here. So it seems they've either not mentioned the right numbers in the patch notes or maybe here. Either way, they have increased that. Slightly adjusted the window for chaining other skills or actions as a combo. Increase the duration of Dia's Ice Wall. So this Ice Wall here, previously it was 5 seconds, it's 10 seconds now. Increase the duration of the movement speed. Increase effect of Glacial Breakthrough 1 to 1.5. Over here it says 2 seconds. Anyway, seems it's more than what they say in the patch notes. Change the cooldown of Dia's Avalanche skill. Now this hasn't been applied yet. They mention here in brackets that this will be applied in patch 1.3.12. So as of now, the base cooldown is 60 seconds. They're going to reduce this down to 40 seconds. Usability of Dia's Froststorm skill has been improved. It's now possible to rotate. Movement speed of Frozen Spire. So basically, more range, better hit detection. The second skill, the Ice Wall will be longer. Detection will be better. Movement speed is faster. And for now, this third skill remains the same. But the fourth skill on controller, you can control this. This will move faster. The lance that she throws the spear, this will move faster. It does feel a little more easier to play her with all these changes. So basically, if you normally go and get this done, get this, throw your skills, moves faster. Yeah, definitely feels a little faster and less clunky to implement. So that is basically Dia. All right, next up we have Gley. So for Gley, we got the numbers yesterday from the dev note video, but let's just confirm them again. So for the fourth skill, Rampage, the damage has gone down from 4969 power modifier to 3264.8, around a 35% reduction. The other change is the cost. So power of life cost has gone up from 30 to 50. And the third change, which is probably the bigger change in terms of how she plays, is the range. So previously the range was 18 into 18. Now it is 15 in front. And it can be expanded to 150%. So basically 22.5 in front of you. So this black line to this black line is 10 meters. Okay. So this Vulgus here is standing 15 meters if I go here. So if I go back further, let's say around here. So this is about 25 meters from the Vulgus at the front here. So if I was to use my fourth skill now, we shouldn't be able to hit anything because we are about 25 or maybe a little more than 25 away. So now you'll have to adjust your play style. So you'll obviously have to go a bit closer. So let's say we go around here. This is 15 meters from the Vulgus in the front row. The ones in the back row are around 20 meters. So now if you start shooting, you can also rotate and do this. That guy is probably just beyond the 22.5. Same for these guys because they're right in the corners. So now you can move around while you're shooting. So this gives her a full 360 range of motion. As you can see with the ability that we are killing all of them, we are not really struggling with the damage as such. The build is exactly like it was yesterday. So now if you go somewhere in the middle like this, and you start, let me get the custom resource first. And if you go here like this, you can get a full 360 motion and kill enemies around you. So yeah, so it's a nice change. Makes her feel less stiff, in my opinion. You can move around and do a lot of changes. Now, one thing they did not mention here is the ability to cancel the animation or the fourth skill, because I believe they said there will be like a dedicated feature to cancel the skill because people were using the bike to do that. I don't see any mention of that over here. So maybe it's something they'll mention later, or maybe another update or something, or maybe we can use another skill while we are doing that. So anyway, I'll test this out further. But yeah, initially it doesn't seem like it's a big damage nerf. It's more of an adjustment on how you play. Now, regarding the skill cost, what we can do is maybe try to get some cost reduction on the Ancestors module. You can use 2 pieces of the Ascending Armory. For the power, you can equip the Peacemaker in your hand. So use your sword, build up the custom resource, then switch over to the Peacemaker, and you'll get a damage increase with the 5 stacks of non-attribute, the single reload for peace. This was a tip yesterday, somebody mentioned in the comment, great tip. And also you can drop the focus on dimension because you're not going to lose too much. 68.2 is not that big a deal. And you can use something like maximize conservation if you get, let's say, cooldown on your Ancestors module. So maximize conservation. So this is now back down to 30. So yeah, so there will be some tweaks required, obviously, and you won't just stand in one spot and hit everything. But in terms of damage and usability, I don't think it's that bad. And also, you have more range of motion now with the 4th skill. So you can kill enemies all around you instead of in front of you. And the damage output, as you saw, we are still killing all the 260 level Order of Truth Vulgus just by making a change, going closer, and then, of course, rotating ourselves a little bit. So yeah, that is the change to Gley. Now the director has some comments regarding this, and basically what he's saying is we'll monitor this, and if it's too much of a nerf, we will adjust it again and we'll buffer again. And yeah, they've sent 5 crystallization catalysts as compensation. So check your inbox and yeah, use that on something else. All right, next up is the Eye of the Typhoon. This got a buff all round. So the firearm attack went up from 10,099 to 13,364, and the electric attack has gone up from 5,695 to 6,919. So yeah, these two got an increase, decent increase, I guess. And the additional damage of the storm mode is also up. So at effect 5, at level 5, it was 195% before, it's 303. Increased enemy detection rate, horizontal range increased by 43%, vertical range increased by 35%. So basically, yeah, so you will have more range. And also, by the way, this gun that I'm holding, the Eye of Typhoon, I haven't fully built this. So yeah, we can actually do a decent job mobbing once it's fully built out. So yeah, this will be pretty strong as well. At least for the action planes, I think you can just use this for mobbing. So also the storm mode, there's more power now. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell because again, the way you use it is still the same. It's just got more power. So once I fully build this, we'll see the full potential, but it is very strong. All right, similarly, the Hammer and Anvil has also seen a buff. So the firearm attack has gone up from 13,423 to 18,121. Yeah, as you can see, I haven't even built the gun. Electric attack has gone up from 1343 to 1813. And they've also changed the unique effect, unique ability level 5. So previously this was 150%. So this is now 350%. So yeah, so generally a big buff to this gun. I'll try and build this in the coming days and test it because I haven't even put cores on this. Because we got it to 40, put it in storage, haven't looked at it since. Next up, they've made some changes to monsters, UI, UX changes, miscellaneous changes. So they changed the color of the overshield generator of the commander monster sarcophage in the underwater base to make it easier to recognize when fully charged. Reassign the controller button for OK button when selecting a guide in the guide pop-up. In the shop section, they've added the Lunar New Year skins from last year. So they are back here, these 4. So you have the Blue Dragon set, Blue Flower set, Palace in Spring, Cyber Warrior. This is common. And if you're wondering if they've added the new Descendants, no, they haven't. They're still the same Descendants. So people who came after Inez, when this set first arrived, we had Serena, Nell, Harris, Daya. So these people are not added here. So yeah, so this is basically from January 25, and so the Descendants that were available at the time will be still available. So you have the Palace in Spring, and so yeah, so you can get them if you wanted. Also, this one was also added last time. Also, they've added the premium skins for Gley and AJAX. So AJAX gets this one, and Gley gets this one. And next week, they're going to add the Retro Gunslinger bundle on the 19th. So somebody was asking in the comments yesterday, because there will be no patch. So I'm guessing they've already added this in the game files, and it'll go live on the 19th, next Thursday. And there'll also be some starter packs for newer players. There'll be the Ultimate Arena starter pack, Fellow Growth bundle. So it should be something similar to this. Now, they say it's a starter pack, so it won't be visible to people like me, I'm guessing. So something like this, where if you farm the base Descendant or something, you can get a bunch of other items as a bonus, or you can just buy the whole thing. So 490 for Ultimate Arena Dog. Okay, that seems, because I guess it's easier to farm the Ultimates now. So yeah, so you'll get a Descendant slot and things like that. So they'll have similar bundles like this, but I think only available to the new players who have created their account after the 28th of January. So people like me will not be able to see that. Now, after this, we see a lot of bug fixes. You can see quite a lot of bug fixes. So things like Gley being able to jump on the bike and cancel the animation for the 4th skill. Dia not being able to use the Potent Collector to get the custom resource pack. Then there are some weapon related things that some of them, honestly, I wasn't even aware of, like the Eye of the Typhoon issue animation not working properly. Also, this one, a few people mentioned in the comments, the research materials when you complete for the vehicle, they were not being displayed in the mailbox when you use the companion app to claim them. So that should be fixed now. What else? If you have anything significant here, enemy commander has been, the HP has been increased. They mentioned this when the game launched, underwater base, when you're doing the story. And more UI UX fixes. You can see here BB on still had the A girls and that shop still visible, so that has been removed. Yeah, as you can see, a lot of little bug fixes and things have been adjusted. So yeah, so that is basically it for the patch note. Yeah, overall, as I said, Gley is still fine, and as the director says here, they will adjust it again if it's too much of a nerf. It doesn't seem like too much of a nerf to me, at least based on the little testing I've done, but it'll change the playstyle a little bit as I showed in the lab. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. See you next time.